All right, we're back. We're jumping in with number 28, the Charlotte Bobcats / Hornets / bad owner. So let's take a look at this summer transactions. They gained Al Jefferson, Josh McRoberts, Gennaro Pargo, Anthony Tolliver, and they also have a new coach. His name is Steve Clifford.
What?
T.I. Just kidding.
Okay.
They lost Deshaun Jopp, Byron Mullins. I'm just not a fan of his. But anyway, Reggie Williams, and they amnesty Tyrus Thomas. That was something good that MJ did. And they drafted Cody Zeller with the 4th overall pick.
Zeller boy.
I like him. I actually think he's going to be a good Zeller.
I see the slick slander. Oh,
I do. He was drafted 4th overall.
Yeah.
I like the moves that they made in the offseason. So does it equate into victories? God no. But it's a start.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into the rotation. Al Jefferson is the starting center. Cody Zeller has been listed as the starting power forward. Don't know if that's 100% true, but it should be.
I know, right?
Michael Kidd.
It shouldn't.
What else is there?
I actually would start Bismack Biyombo at power forward because I think that he can allow Al Jefferson to focus more on offense.
Wow, that's good. That's true.
And Bismack Biyombo, he's never going to live up to the billing, but he can be that post presence for the defense.
I actually agree with you. Anybody that's named Bismack Biyombo deserves to start in the NBA.
I'm gonna say Biyombo side.
But Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Gerald Henderson, and Kemba Walker. Then the therefore mentioned Bismack Biyombo, I'm getting tired of his name already. Ramon Sessions, Jeff Taylor, and Ben Gordon. I can even get Ben Gordon.
Easily.
I agree. And Josh McRoberts. That's the rotation. When I look at this rotation, all I can think about is Michael Kidd Gilchrist standing out to me. If this kid ever gets a jump shot, he's going to be a complete player. But until then, he does not have a jump shot. And you look at Ben Gordon, is he ever going to get back to the old Ben Gordon? I actually thought he was going to get traded at the end of the season last year because he went ham on the coach and the coaching staff.
Yeah.
So
I think he tried to play his way up out of there. But
I think because nobody wants to take on this contract, so he tried to play the crazy man role. He said, they'll get rid of me now. It still didn't work. I don't know. So, what about
a name that I'm looking at right now?
This your player of interest?
You know what? I call him that. Personally, I don't think they got anybody on their team to pass the ball. But
agreed.
Besides that, Josh McRoberts. The reason why that name jumps up at me.
He's a Duke player. Don't talk about it.
No. I'm telling the truth. What I'm finna say. I'm telling the truth. He was supposed to be. I remember watching him with the McDonald's game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I actually thought he was gonna do something. And I think the reason why he keep getting shots because what people seen in the past.
He was talented.
Or what he can do.
Yeah. He only played 1 year in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that hurt him.
Yeah, I think that hurt him.
It did.
But the guy had so much potential just watching him. That's what's so I guess my thing is, will he get another chance? This is a chance that he's gonna take advantage of. I mean, you're on the wrong team, but I understand. Go to the star team, get on the team, so you can try to impress people. I get it.
Wow.
That's tough act to follow right there.
I mean, if we're talking about persons of interest, Kemba Walker, I think the sooner they find out that they do not have a point guard with a 2-guard and Kemba Walker, is the sooner as they can find out what they can do with his team. Because Kemba Walker, I like him with the ball in his hands. That doesn't mean that he's your point guard or your floor leader. And they're trying to make him out to be that. He's just not that.
Well, I think it's up to the head coach to figure out a way to use him. And what I mean by that is, if you look at Derrick Rose or you look at kid up in Oklahoma, Westbrook,
right.
And there's a couple other guys that's on that style. Kyrie Irving actually comes to mind more so than anybody else because of their height.
Right.
But they all kind of play the same way, you know. So it's just up to the head coach to put him in a position to succeed.
Yeah. I just don't see it right now. I don't see the backcourt because like with Gerald Henderson, he needs a passer, and Gerald Henderson has proved to me beyond what I thought he would be coming out to do. Kemba Walker, man, he's just not a point guard.
No,
He's
he's not.
just isn't, and he's not a distributor. Maybe Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who is someone who has jack of all trades qualities, if he could learn to be a distributor or point forward, maybe. But right now, he can't even figure out his offensive game.
I think that was the idea with Gilchrist.
Mm.
I mean, I think that was the idea.
Yeah.
A point, like a point forward
His-
type player.
I remember when he was drafted, Michael Jordan saying that he thought that Gilchrist was a glue type player. He wasn't the most talented guy in the draft that particular year, but he can do everything that some of the talented guys in that draft could do. He could rebound, he could play defense, he can play passing lanes, he can block, he can even block shots, he can do everything except for shoot. But actually, looking at this roster, my player of interest actually is Cody Zeller, and the reason why I picked him is because I want to see somebody in this dang on family do good. It's a bunch of you in the NBA.
I like Tyler.
It's a bunch of you in the NBA, and nobody has lived up to these high draft picks. You and the Plumleys, I'm sick of you.
Oh, well.
No, just kidding. But seriously, I actually think Cody is probably the most talented Zeller, and I think that if he's given an ample amount of playing time next to Al Jefferson, who's going to command double teams, maybe because it is the Bobcats.
Yeah.
You know, that could be that night when you leave in Atlanta, partying and saying we're gonna fly to Charlotte, and this is gonna be our easy game.
Yeah.
So it just depends, but I think Cody Zeller could put up some decent numbers and contend for Rookie of the Year.
All right. I can agree with that.
Final thoughts on this team.
This team, I guess what I can say, at least the front office is trying to think to put something together. It's like I don't know if this their mind frame, but how they have so many ideas in their head and they trying to get it out, but they can't. They don't know what they still trying to search for what piece go here and what piece go there. It look like they got something turning. But you're number 28 for a reason.
Wow. I actually see, I'm like you, I see them making moves to make the playoffs. I just don't know that your backcourt situation says that you're going to make the playoffs. And that's no knock on Kemba Walker because I love him. And I loved him in college. It's just that you're a two-guard trapped in the point guard spot.
Yeah, it is.
And they haven't figured that out yet. So they're still going to struggle. You know what? They ain't going to struggle until they change the name from the Bobcats. They need to no longer be the Bobcats. Because that name just screams loser. Just does. Look. Hey, Hornets available. Maybe that's an idea. Don't know. You know. Maybe somebody to think about it. I don't know.
Well, my final thought on the team is I look at the front office and I think it's in disarray in my personal opinion. I think Jordan is hiring family members that don't have a lot of experience. But you know what? He knows more about the game than we do. So it's hard to really be judgmental towards him. But when you look at what's being put on the court and you look at the coaches that are being hired, it's not equating to a system or a winning program, you know. And if I was Michael Jordan, I would actually take a chance on like a Patrick Ewing. Like he hired him as an assistant coach when he should have just hired him as a head coach.
Yeah, I agree.
Just take a chance. You need to figure out a way. Yes, you build through the draft. However, you can get some of those key players that maybe want to come to your city just because Pat is there.
Yeah.
And I just think that he's kind of missing the boat on some of this stuff. And I think it starts with the front office building that You got a couple of good pieces in Jefferson, Zeller, and Walker. Matter of fact, you got more than a few good pieces. It's just about the culture. That's my final thought on this team. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Charlotte Bobcats. We're going to move on to number 27. We'll be right back in just a moment.